Okay, so welcome to our video on creating a table of contents. I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. I will get you started and then I would like you to complete it on your own. So what we're looking at here is an article that is about 30 pages long, including references. It's written primarily in APA format, except the spacing is different. The spacing in this article is 1.5, and typical APA spacing is 2. So this journal just wants it in 1.5, so that's why it's like that. So what we're going to do is create a table of contents. So if I scroll down, you can see there are various headings in this paper. Oops, this shouldn't be here. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. This is not what we want. Okay, delete. Okay, so you can see there's various headings. I'll make some space here. You can see abstract. If you keep going, it'll be, I think, literature review next. There's lots of figures. We're going to make I will do a table of contents with not including the figures. I would like you to do a table of contents including the figures. So I'm just going to show you how to do it, and then we will go from there. Okay, so first, we're going to use an automated uh, procedure in Word. Word has lots of those. That will create this table of contents for us, and then we'll see where the issues are and what we have to do. So first, we're going to go up to References. Click on that, and here you'll see Table of Contents. So you're going to click on Table of Contents and choose Automatic Table 1. So this creates an automatic table labeled Contents that includes all text formatted with the heading 1 through 3 style. Okay? Automatic, oops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. So I made a mistake and this happened. So I'm going to go up to the top and undo just gets that done. I just want to read this to you. So automatic table 2 will create a table of contents labeled table of contents that includes all text formatted with the heading 1 to 3 styles. And then there's manual also. So I want to choose automatic table 2 because I want it to be called table of contents. Uh, okay, so now it has inserted the table of contents, which is great. Calls it table of contents. Um, and if I click on this, by hitting Control, which is typically in the left bottom corner, it's going to take me to that page, which is excellent. That's exactly what you want in this, what we might call like a dynamic table of contents. Now, the problem is this does not include most of the headings. There's lots of headings in this paper. You can see the first one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Abstract, hi highlight it, and then go to the home screen, choose Styles, and then I'm going to choose Heading 1. Now you can see it changed it a little. I can change it back if I want. For purposes of what we're doing with you, I won't be fussy about it. But this particular journal wants the headings to be in Times New Roman type 12, but I'm not going to fuss too much about that. I can certainly show you how to do it. But what I notice is that my table of contents is still not updated. So let's go up here and click on it, and then click Update Table, and it's going to give me the choice of update numbers or update entire table. I'm clicking update entire table and OK, and now the abstract is included. Okay, so if I want to change this back to Times New Roman 14, sorry, I'm going to highlight it and then go up here and go from 12 to 14. Okay, so easy enough. So let's continue on this journey and keep going. So abstract is now included. I'm going to go down and, oh, literature review. This is a very important part of my paper. So I'm going to go here and again go to Styles and click Heading 1. Now again it changed it, so quickly while it's still highlighted I can change it back to 14. But don't forget the all-important step of going to the table of contents, clicking Update Table, and then choosing Update Entire Table. Okay, so now I see literature review. Now, I have a question. I don't have an answer to it yet, but why is negative impact indented? So let's click on it by hitting Control and then clicking, and we'll go down to negative impact. I don't understand why it's indented while the others are not. So let's try to solve that problem. Okay, so now it's back the way it was, and let's go back to 14 and bold it, and I'll update and see if what I just did fixed it. So let's go back to the top to the table of contents. Okay, and we're going to do update table. Again, you'll see this is common, update table, update entire table. Ah, so now it took it completely out. So that's okay because we know how to fix that, right? So let's go back down here. And find it. Sorry. Abstract, literature review. These are tables, which I'm going to want you to include, and we're going to talk about it before I ask you to do it. And it was negative impact, right? That's what it was called. We're skipping all of this for now. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to go back to here. Click this, go to styles, click heading 1, put it back to 14, update, update table of contents. So click update table of contents, update entire table. Okay, and now it's what lined up where we want it to be. Okay, so one last thing I want to show you is how to uh, get the figures and other things that we want included. But we want these indented. So this is table 1. So I'm going to highlight table 1, and this is an experiment. I'm going to go to style, and I'm going to go to heading 2. Now again, I want this back to 14, so that's what they want. And then I'm going to go back up to table of contents, click on this, update table, update entire table, and see how it brings it in a little bit. So what I want you to do is go through this whole paper, this 30 pages, and create a table of contents like this, doing the way I showed you. And I want the main sections to be justified all the way to the left, and I want the figures and tables to be indented 1. So that meant using the styles here and choosing heading 2. So the abstract and all of these will be heading 1. I didn't need to do that. And the tables and figures will be heading 2. And that will just give it a little bit of an indent to separate them. Okay, so that is sort of the assignment from this point forward. What I'm going to do now is create a blank document and just talk about if you wanted to create a table of contents uh, in a fresh way. So I'm going to use the same abstract, literature review, same headings. I don't know. I'll just, like I said, I'm just going to kind of come up with some quick negative impact. Okay, so now this doesn't really look like a table of contents, right? So let's fix this. Let's go here. First, I want to make everything Times New Roman, okay? So I'm going to hit Control A, which will select everything. And then I'm going to go up to our font and click Times New Roman, which is usually up at the top. And 12-point font is okay for what I'm trying to do here. But that's a quick way to choose everything. Again, Control A selects everything on the page, and then from there you can cut, copy, or make some formatting changes. So I've done that, and now I want the abstract to be indented, just like we were before. So just indent one. So I'm clicking before it with my mouse, and I'm indenting it one time. So the challenge is a table of contents is only good if you have if it's numbered. So we can do this several ways. So what we really care about are page numbers. But maybe I want this to look a little bit nicer, and I'll make these bulleted. So I'm going to go up here to the bullet point, and let's choose a square bullet points from here. Okay, and then what I can do is create a where I'm going to put my page number, probably all the way justified. So I'll tab myself over there. And the abstract is on page 1. The literature review is on page 8. And the negative impact is on page 10. Now you can see this is not as smart as my other table of contents, which is here, where once I click on these, control click, it takes me to that section. So really it's a much better way to do it. But I want you to know kind of two ways of doing things. As you become competent and confident in Word, you will discover sort of the way that works for you. Okay, this video is done. I will send you this paper without table of contents for you to use it. Just so because it's a long document, so just so you don't have to create something. And I want you to create a table of contents using the Word automatic table of contents format, and then I want you just to create a one-page document. And again, it can just be very similar to the other, um, just using typing it yourself. One, you'll see the difficulties of doing it, but I really want you to try to match the formatting of the table of contents that's created automatically. Okay, so I appreciate it and thank you for watching the video.